everyone, I'm Mind, and back in September, I got to visit LEGO's headquarters in Denmark as a part of LEGO's Fan Media Days. It was a really cool experience. I did a ton of stuff there. In fact, I already have some other videos about what I did there up on the channel. But one of the most exciting things was that I got to interview some of the designers on the Ninjago team, and they presented some brand new sets to me that I had not seen before. You may have seen about a month ago, I did post that interview footage. They showed me 2 of the January sets, and of course now those January sets are out. The thing is though, those weren't the only sets they showed me. They also showed me 2 sets from the March wave. There's the Dragon of Focus set and the ThunderFang Dragon of Chaos set. Now for full context, what you're about to see is basically all the time that I had with these sets. We were on a very strict deadline and we had to fit these sets in with those previous sets in the same interview session, so I only had like 5 to 10 minutes with them. So I'd love to just give you guys a full review of the sets right now, but like what you see in the video is kind of my impression. I'll come back at the end of this video to talk about them a little bit more, but it was still super cool to see them in person, and I hope this video can help you guys get a better sense of like what these sets actually are. They did also reveal some details about the show in the interview, like what the villain's main motivation is, some of the Forbidden Five's elemental powers, and a few other small things. You might consider these spoilers, so if you don't want to see spoilers, you can click off the video. However, at least to me personally, these seem like things they want to share with us. They're supposed to get us excited for the show and not actually spoil the plot, otherwise I don't think they would have told me. And it sounds like the things they're telling me get revealed very early in Season 3, so if you want some details about Season 3, yes, that's here in this video. Oh, and one more thing I want to point out, of course, this was filmed right after my first interview session, so I had only seen those 2 sets from the January wave. I had no idea what else was in the January wave. So you may see in this interview, I'm getting really excited about the new ninja suits, and of course to you guys, you've already seen all the January sets, but I had not at this point. So I was just as focused on them. I was focused on Drix because I'd not seen Drix yet, even though Drix isn't a January set. I did not know that at that point. I thought he was going to be exclusive to the March set, so just keep that in mind with what you're about to see. So I guess now let's jump into the interview footage, and I say interview in quotes because it was mostly a presentation. The interview was a very minor part of it. So you guys can see the sets, and then we'll come back here and we'll talk about them a little bit more.
To mention the element of knot is brute force. Right?
Ooh.
And then here you get two more of the Forbidden Five. This is Drix, the elemental master of Swarm, and this is Sart, the elemental master of Misfortune.
Wow.
I've got one more prismatic blade. Is it called?
Somewhere.
Because we showed it for the function, so... Is it not
Yeah,
on the
we
figures?
could just show it.
Maybe it's in the...
Oh,
they're still in there.
Anyway.
Oh, no, they're not in there. So this, the prismatic blades are used to free ThunderFang. I think it could be still in the box over there. There's one in here as well. So this is ThunderFang, who is a dragon that wanted to become a Source Dragon but was denied
Yes.
the rank of Source Dragon. And so he's like a usurper kind of a character.
Oh, that's awesome.
And the Forbidden Five wanted to free him, and they used the prismatic blades for that, which are these... sorry, my knee in the way?
No, it was my own hand. I was just checking to make sure I wasn't blocking myself.
Which are the katanas molded in opalescent clear, and you can put these in to this little construction to free ThunderFang from his chains. In the show, it's going to be a bit bigger, the chains. But right now, this
And
is...
ThunderFang.
Yeah, and ThunderFang as well.
Everything's big.
Wow.
Have you shown the feature?
No.
So it has a flapping wing feature.
And this one's called the Dragon of Focus.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's not a Source
Not
Dragon.
the Source
No.
Dragon. Okay.
No. This is
And then there's also
a champion of the Source Dragons.
Okay.
the shooting function.
Yeah.
So again, it's one of those things where you can control in one hand and fly it around.
Yeah. These are going to be in the very first episode of the new season.
Okay.
Yes.
Right? Yeah.
Yes.
I think it's the very first scene of the very first episode.
You get the setup of the show.
Yeah, all of this, which is why it comes out in March.
And Pixel's coming on a second set.
Yep.
Yes.
That's really great to see. Based off this side, I assume Focus is the Ice Source Dragon?
Can't quite divulge all of that.
Okay. I'm gonna make that assumption, but it's
Yes.
not confirmed or denied. Wow. I love all the new colors for the jaw pieces, that one especially. And
Yeah.
he's got, what, 6 eyes?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Looks so cool.
We've got... I think that's one of the cool things I talked about as well in previous interviews, that we've got really consistent style now with our dragons from
Yeah.
Dragons Rising, with molded heads.
And I love it because they're all like interchangeable, customizable. So
Yeah,
there's
exactly.
so much more you can do with
Yeah,
them.
even within this wave, we're using this twice. There's one purple here,
Right.
and purple there, and another one is printed, and that one isn't printed.
Yeah. Amazing. Oh, and then there, I saw this on the mech flyer too. Is that
Oh,
a
yeah.
new part for that
It's
blade?
a new storm blade.
Yes.
Wow, I love like the arched bag. This is like so
Yeah.
different for a dragon.
That's Demi, our dragon expert that built that, and that's Espen that built the other one.
So going to the wing pieces are spectacular.
Yeah, the printing is fantastic.
That evil Aaron, or Dark Aaron, or whatever we're calling that.
Aaron wearing black.
Aaron wearing black, and purple corrupted dragon on his torso.
Yeah.
Question I just want to ask while I have you guys here, the original Ninja continuing to get new suits, and we see one for Aaron here, but Wildfire and Sora are still in their Season 1, Season 2 designs. Is there a reason for that? Why they don't get new ones when everyone else does?
It's graphics, so we don't really.
Okay.
We're not part of that
Yeah,
decision-making
okay.
process,
That makes
thankfully. It makes it easier for us not to worry about. But
That makes sense. Oh, and they use the evil J armor pieces too.
Yes.
I think we called them tournament armor at that point in time because it was aren't the tournament ninja all wearing them as well?
Yes.
Yeah, just in gold instead of black. Yeah. It's kind of our new go-to generic armor piece.
I mean, I love the skybound armor, and this is
Yeah, it's very very reminiscent of it. The double katana is like pointing the same direction. It's just very cool.
All right, very cool. And then yeah, I did already mess with that, but that
Yeah.
does that come in one of those sets, or is that just
Yeah,
a...
it comes
In
with
the Hawk Dragon.
the focus dragon.
So there we go, that's 2 exciting sets and some very interesting details about the show. I'm so excited that I finally get to talk about this with you guys because I've had these like details swirling around in my head for months and I haven't been able to tell it to anybody because it's been a secret. But yeah, now we can finally talk about what ThunderFang is, and it's just the coolest concept ever. He was a dragon that wanted to be a source dragon but then was imprisoned, and then the Forbidden Five are trying to free him again. That is just the coolest thing ever. I cannot wait to see like how that goes in the show. And I love the idea of having a dragon like actually as the main villain, and not just like as a giant beast, like potentially as a character with a personality. I haven't seen the show, so I guess there's a chance he's more of like a Great Devourer type character, but given how dragons have been portrayed so far in Dragon's Rising, I assume he's probably going to have a voice, a personality, and everything. And if that's the case, I'm really looking forward to it. And then the Forbidden Five's elemental powers, we knew Brute Force, we knew Swarm, but now Misfortune for Zarked. I'm excited to see how that plays out in the show too, like how is Misfortune gonna work? I really like all 3 of them so far because they do really feel like evil, right? It's the kind of elemental power that really would only make sense on a villain. And it's so cool to me that we have a team of elemental masters as villains. That's something we've never had before. Like yeah, we've had the Time Twins, we've had like Moro, but that is 1 or 2 people with the same element, right? This is a whole group that's working together against the ninja and they all have their own power. That's just amazing. Cannot wait to see how that plays out. And then in terms of my opinions on the sets themselves, ThunderFang was definitely the standout of the 2. I just love the colors. I like that it's standing on 2 legs. That looks amazing. We had that animation that came out yesterday and we see its waistband. I'm gonna be honest, I don't know if it can do that. They didn't show it to me in the interview, but I think it's weird that it's in the animation, so we will have to wait and see. I wish I had a better answer for you guys, but I don't know. But even if it's not actually able to do that, just the way it stands up I think is super cool. And then the minifigure selection in these sets is so good. I didn't know really how to do my buying guide and stuff this time around talking about the minifigures in the January wave, because of course I knew these sets were coming, I knew what minifigures were in them, but I just could not talk about them. Like legally I could not. I signed a contract. But luckily they were revealed on January 2nd, so hopefully anybody who was hesitant to get some sets, now you know these sets are coming. So if you want to like maximize your minifigures, now you have more options. The Arc Dragon of Focus especially, fantastic minifigure selection. You get Lloyd and Kai, which were like the tough ones to get from this wave, and they have their armor pieces, which is very nice to see, because yeah, those are kind of hard to find in the January wave. The Arc Dragon of Focus I'm very curious to have back in hand, because I talked about in my news video that I just did, saying like, oh, I can't wait to get this in hand, and I know I've literally held it in my hand, but even still, I don't know, I feel like I need more time with it, because I did have such little time in there with it. Because I feel like a lot of people are going to be very divided on that site, and even looking at pictures, I feel very divided on it. Because I think conceptually it's really cool. I love the 2 heads. The 2 heads seem to have a ton of personality, and I like the articulation on them too. But also from the official pictures, you can see like a lot of exposed Technic and some exposed joints. So I'm not sure like how organic it's going to actually feel. But then I was rewatching that interview footage, and I saw like when I turned it to the side, and you see like the entire purple side or the entire tan side, and then the necks of the dragon make this sort of S shape. Like I thought that looked amazing. So yeah, I wish I had a definitive answer for you one way or another, whether I like the set or I don't like the set, but even having it in hand for a little bit, it just makes me so curious to have more and just spend more time with it. Also, I tried asking about the Sora and Wildfire minifigures. Unfortunately, the designers in the room were not the people who make those decisions, so they didn't really have an answer for me. Hopefully one day, though, they start properly getting new suits again. But yeah, I think that's about all I have to say for this video. Let me know what you guys think of these sets in the comments below. Of course, when I get these sets, I'll do reviews of them. I have not received them yet. I have no inclination that I'm definitely getting them yet, but LEGO tends to send me their Ninjago waves, so assuming I do get them, and I do get them early, of course, stay tuned for that. Subscribe to the channel. There will be reviews when that happens. If you missed it, though, I have reviewed every single January set, and I've done some more content with those January sets, too, and all that's up on the channel right now. And I think I'll wrap things up here. Again, a huge thank you to Niek and Lee for this presentation. It was really just amazing to see, like, these sets from the designer's perspective. Once again, I recommend you guys check them out on their social media. They usually both do write-ups on, like, the sets they have a part in. Niek does little short blurbs about every single set from the wave, and then Lee does these really detailed write-ups about the sets he did. He just finished his one on the Zane Ultra Combiner mech, and it's a fascinating read. Like, I really recommend checking that out if you haven't yet. And as for this video, I think that's about all I have to say. So thanks for watching, everybody. I hope you all enjoyed, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.